and welcome to this year's online phonics presentation. What is phonics? Well, it's a method that all schools use to teach reading and writing, and we always say to the children when we start our phonics lessons, why are you doing phonics? And they chant, to learn to read. It develops their phonemic awareness, so that's the sounds that you hear in the words. We also look at the sound and grapheme correspondence, so that means we say, for example, ah, and then we look at how ah is written, and then we also encourage them to have a go at writing ah, so it's the sound and how it's written as well. We also focus on tricky words, so although you can sound out tricky words, it's not with the sounds the children know. For example, I've got some up here, he, we'd teach them that says h and that says eh, and obviously they'd read it as hair. So we teach them, no, let's use this as a tricky word, we'll read the whole thing together, it's he, and we teach them using these flashcards to recognise them straight away like that. So how do we teach phonics here at St Bart's? Well, when they start in reception, we use what we call jolly phonics, and I know that lots of the children know the songs of jolly phonics, so I think you probably have been looking at that at home. We also combine it with letters and sounds, which is the Department for Education publication of how to teach phonics. We use a multi-sensory approach, so the children learn songs and they use magic pencils to write letters. They even draw on each other's backs. They go off and practice in their play. We might get them to write in the sand with sticks, or make shapes of letters with pipe cleaners, all that sort of thing. So all sorts of ways, because we know that children learn in different ways. We make sure that they use the correct pronunciation. It's very difficult for them to be able to read if they're not pronouncing the sounds correctly, and I'm going to go on to show you how to pronounce those. Whilst they're in reception, we teach them phase 2, 3 and 4. I mean, you don't need to worry about that, but what it means is it's the sounds that they learn. They don't just learn single letter sounds, they learn 2 sounds that are put together called digraphs. And then phase 4, which is sort of in the summer term, they'll learn how to blend sounds together. So I'm going to just quickly go through with you how to pronounce each sound, and I'm going to show you the Jolly Phonics sign as well to go with it. I'm sure that your children will probably know all of these. So the first one is S, and then we have A, T, I, P, N, and D, G, O, A, L, B, A, J, O, I, E, O, Z, W, V, U, Y, X, Ch, Sh, and Ow, oi, you, It's really important that the children learn to pronounce these sounds correctly. I remember once someone writing down the word bug, B-U-G, and a very common misconception is that it's b, and g instead of b, g. And obviously if you wrote that, it would sound out Bugger. So it's just a few ideas for how you can support your child at home. Practice a lot, saying the sounds. Find the songs on YouTube. If you just Google Jolly Phonics Phase 2 or Phase 3 YouTube, you'll find the songs there. Playing rhyming games with the children. Making letters and flashcards and just putting them up in their bedroom or on the fridge. Playing games like letter hunts and all that sort of thing, and can you find the letters in the sand or they're hidden around the room. But most importantly of all, now they've got their reading books, read, read, read. Okay, I'm just going to talk to you now about actually reading with your child. I hope your children have been enjoying the reading books that they've been bringing home. They're certainly very excited to get new ones every day. Just to say, please make it enjoyable. That's the main thing in reception. If they enjoy reading, then it sets them off to a great start and they'll fly as they go throughout the school. Rather than me telling you how to hear your child read, I've actually read with the lovely Finley. And I made a little video for you, so I'd like you to watch that, but just a few things to watch out for. At the very beginning I prepare the book with him, which is really important because it sort of sets them up for success while they do it. I encourage him to point underneath the words as he reads, because then it really helps them understand where the words are going. What else do? I talk about the pictures. Often people say to me, should I cover the pictures up? Well, the pictures really add confidence, and that is so key in them learning to enjoy reading, and as I say, that will just make them go from step to step. So encourage them to use the pictures. It's always best to try and sit at a table with the book in front of them if you possibly can, in a quiet area, and just, make it enjoyable, a nice cosy time with you. But let's just have a look at me reading with Finley.
Hi Finley, should we read the story together? Yeah? It's called Cam and Tam, alright? I'm going to just show you what it's about first. So, this boy's called Cam. Who do you think that is?
Ham.
Actually, that's his teacher. So that's like me. So who do you think that one is?
His mum.
Yeah. Do you think Cam wants to come to school? No, he's sad to go. Do you ever feel sad coming to school? Yeah, you always seem quite smiley, don't you? And Cam sat on the mat. What's he doing?
Crying.
Why do you think he's crying?
Because he misses his mum.
Yeah, you're right. And do you know, can you guess who this is?
The teacher.
That one's called, let's look back at the title, Cam and Tam. So she's called Tam, right? So Tam sat on the mat with Cam and he's looking at her, isn't he? What do you think might happen next?
Don't come friends.
Do you think so? Let's see if you're right. Do you want to turn the page? Are you right? Yeah. Do you know what this is called? When you have to join up dots.
We had to draw one and to make the picture.
That's right. It's called a dot to dot. A dot to dot. Alright? Do you want to turn over to the last page? Oh look, what's happening?
Oh, they're gonna get a gold star.
Yes. What have they done that's good?
Join dots.
Yes, it's a dog in a cap. And they worked together as a team, didn't they? So how's he feeling now? How's Cam feeling?
Happy.
He's feeling happy, you're right. Should we have a go at reading the story? Yeah. So, do you know what we call this?
No.
This is the front cover. And it shows you what's going to happen inside. And this is the title. And it says, Cam. Can you read like me? Good boy. And. Can you read like me? Yeah, we can't hear you because your jumper's in the way. Put your jumper down. And pointing to the sounds. That's really good. So it's called Cam and Tan. Can you read like me? Nearly right. Well done. That's Cam and Tan. Can you read again? Well done. Can you find the first page for me? Oh look, there's the title again. Can you remember what it is? Yeah, well done. Okay, where's the first page of the story? Finny, do you know where I need to start reading from? Where does the story start? You're right. Do you remember this word? Well done, you read that all by yourself. Can you read the next word? It says, that was excellent sounding, it says is. Can you sound talk this one? Remember to point to the sound. It was how Cam was feeling. How was Cam feeling? I can't hear you. Put your jumper down. Sad, well done. Now this is a tricky word. It says two. Two. Can you say that? Two, well done. And can you sound talk that word? It says go, but is there a word that says go? No, in this word, the O says O, so it actually says go. Can you hear what that word is? Well done. So this bit of the story says, Cam is sad to go. Can you read like me?
Cam is sad to go.
Oh, I really like the way you pointed to each word perfectly. Can you turn over to page 4? Let's check the picture. Can you remember what Cam did?
He was crying.
He was crying. Where was he sitting?
On the mat.
That's right. So where's the story going to start? Yep. So point underneath the word and then you can see it. That's it.
Cam.
Good boy. Can you read the next word?
Sad.
Sat. Well done. And the next one? So it says Cam sat
On the mat.
Yeah, well done. Which word says the? Can you find it? Yeah, let's look at the. It's spelled with a T and an F, isn't it? And that says the. Alright? So do you want to turn to the next page?
Or the last one.
Oh, what was that last word?
Cam.
It was, let's have a look. We had Cam sat on the. So what do you think that word would say?
Or mat.
Yes, well done. Now, this isn't Cam. How do we know that doesn't say Cam?
Because there's a girl sitting next to it.
That's right. And what does her name begin with? Yeah, so what's her name? If we can't remember, should we sound it out and find out?
Sam.
It's nearly right. It's Tam. Tam. Can you say Tam?
Tam.
Well done. Put your jumper down and say Tam. Well done. And the next word?
Sad.
Sat. Well done. Where did Tam sit? Can you remember?
On the mat.
Yeah. Where are the words on the mat? Can you find them? Where's on? So it'd be in the story. Where's on?
There. So we just carried on till the end. We recommend that you read with your child every night, but try and make it quite short. 5 to 10 minutes is more than enough. Just make sure they keep their interest and are enjoying it. These books are really good, really good for phonics. We've invested a lot of money in these new ones. They're really excellent. They often give you words and sounds to practice at the beginning, and then several of them have questions to ask at the end, so they're quite useful. Reading diaries, it's really helpful for us to see how the child's progressing if you write in there. Just a few comments. Read well today, was able to read struggled a bit with sounding out or something like that. It just gives us, we try and read as much as possible when we change them, so it just gives us an idea of how they're doing at home. Just before we stop, I'd like to show you our handwriting. A couple of years ago we moved from fully cursive to what we call pre-cursive in reception, because we realised that it was holding back their writing a little bit, and as they move on to year 1 or year 2 they use the fully cursive script. But I'm just going to show you how to form the letters correctly. So we'll start with A. You'll notice that I go anti-clockwise round and up and down, and we have a flick on it, which is the pre-cursive style. If your child is left-handed and they find it easier to go clockwise, that's absolutely fine. So there are several like that. We've got A and we've got G, which is using the anti-clockwise. What else have we got? D. Okay, so there's a whole set of those that have the anti-clockwise circle. F is usually one that can be written in several ways. We write it like that. So if the line was here, it would go beneath the line. If any letter with a tall stick, for example H, we encourage them to go down, up, over, flick. We get them to chant it as they write it. We've got I. Z is just a very simple zigzag. X, again, it used to be something like this. The children found it so hard, but now we literally just do X marks the spot, and they get that quite quickly and easily. When we teach them digraphs, we do join them then. Because it's one sound, we find it easier if they're reading it as one sound and writing it as one sound. But if they can't manage it, then obviously it's absolutely fine to do that. If they can manage to write that, we're absolutely delighted. And I think that's it, other than to say we're going to give every child a pack to bring home with the whole of the handwriting style that we use, some ideas for you, a list of the tricky words for you to practice with the children, and some ideas for you to use at home. So I hope that's been useful, and thank you very much for watching.